All right. How you doing, Daniel?
I'm great. I chose another winner of Survivor.
Two in a row. Not just
Two
it
in
was
a
back to
row.
back.
I'm going crazy.
Someone's cheating over there.
I'm not cheating, I swear. But
You
I'll
don't
tell
care
you
enough to
what.
cheat.
No, of course not. But it is frustrating watching the show sometimes because I'm like, I would win. Like D and what was Circle Boy last season?
Austin? What?
No, no, no. Who won last season?
Jam Jam?
Jam Jam.
Circle
Uh,
Boy? You
yeah,
called him because he was
yeah,
round?
yeah.
Okay.
Um, I could beat them in Survivor.
This is sort of crazy you're saying this because I feel like they're two of the better winners of the new era.
I agree, and I could still. I think if you put me out on Survivor, I win like 3 out of every 4 seasons.
What is this newfound confidence?
It's not. It's not. I don't have confidence. In so many areas of my life, but when I watch Survivor, I'm like, I just be good at that.
I think it's just because they cast such simple people.
Well, that's part of it, honestly.
No, I like D. I think D is great.
D's great. I
And
like the
Jam Jam.
cast these last couple seasons, but I'm not saying they're simple, but the quality of person out there, I'm telling you, I can chameleon my way into any group.
Yeah. That's how I felt. That's probably why I've been watching so long. It's why it's so fun for me to think of
Yeah,
what I would do in
but it
this
gets
spot.
frustrating sometimes because it's like I should be out there.
Do it. Let's do it. Let's take Jeff's advice and apply to be on Survivor.
I've applied a few times, man.
You did it in one way where it didn't even count, where you were like on the podcast auditioning, and then you told Tim to send it in, and I don't know how he was meant to do that.
I don't think he did.
There's no way
Uh,
to do that. You have to
no,
record a video of you talking.
I went in person once though,
I know you
and I
did.
recorded a video once.
Hmm.
I was
I've never
really
done it.
drunk though when I recorded that video.
Yeah. Did you say
Yeah.
I'm drunk right now,
Yeah,
guys?
I think I did.
Should have said that. Um, all right. Well, Daniel can win Survivor now after watching these new era seasons. Should I tell
Especially
you?
now, like because it's just not even a physical component. Like
Just make it a four, win fire.
it's easy.
Yeah.
No, I'm not even talking to make it a 4-win fire. I'm saying it's 20 days. Like I could do anything for 20 days,
But they're
and
eating way less. They're like
they're not
evening
eating
out
way
the
less.
seasons.
They're not eating way less because every week there's a fucking reward challenge that is astronomical. They used
Well,
to
that's
have
true.
reward challenges where it's like the reward challenges like you could win some fishing gear. Maybe you catch a fish. Now it's like the reward will take you to the sanctuary where good things happen. And you're gonna have pot roast. You're gonna have gravy. You're gonna have mashed potatoes. You're gonna have
But if
soft
you're not picked, you're
drink.
screwed. Drew was like, I never get picked for anything. It's like middle school.
But
And
ultimately, he went a couple times. Like there was one moment where like Austin was feeling bad for Drew. Like he hasn't had that many rewards. That many rewards? Like I mean, it's unbelievable.
that
The
means he
the
probably had the merge feast and then like one where he won, and that's it. That's not that
okay,
much.
that's plenty.
And I think they don't have that many fruit, that much fruit on the island, especially because every season people have already eaten it
Are you
all.
kidding me? There was one fucking episode where they were looking for some sort of fruit in the wilderness. It was
Peppers.
peppers. I can survive on peppers for 20 days.
It's not about surviving. It's about you got to be comfortable and think and win challenges.
I no problem.
No problem.
The way Survivor is right now, the current setup, it would not even be difficult for me to win.
Let's do it. Let's both go on next season. 51.
All right.
I didn't like how they ended this season where they're like preview to next season. It's just their audition tapes.
Yeah.
I didn't like that
I
very
don't know.
much.
It's like they really got into showing that Austin won
Yeah.
during the finale, and they were like, maybe that would be compelling with other people too.
You can just say he was an alternate. We don't need to see it. Like we had the thing he brought up about Davey. I don't know if you
Yeah.
caught that or not.
I didn't remember who Davey was though.
He called himself a blurred, a black nerd. That was like his whole thing. He was into The Walking Dead. I don't know if that was on the show. That's like his whole character all in real life.
Yeah, that is so nerdy
But
to
he
be
was a
into a show that for years was the number one
all
show
right.
on television.
He stayed on way longer though, so he is a nerd. He was like on to season 15, you know. But he was on the David's tribe. Davey, his name was Davey, and he was on the
Yeah.
David's tribe with like Nick Wilson and Christian.
Yeah.
He used to chew on sticks.
I knew that Tina was an alternate. I remember
Tina,
hearing that. So
that's
I watched all
amazing.
the commentary tracks on Australian Outback.
Hmm.
And
We got to
was
listen
there
to David
another one he
versus Goliath.
mentioned?
I think those two are really the big ones.
Mm.
But I've heard over the history a lot of alternates that do really well. They typically do. I think one coming up in season 47, a
Oh, we got
memorable,
another alternate?
a
Why are we
notable.
sending so many people home at the last minute?
Good question. Maybe COVID.
COVID. That's
This
possible.
was the COVID era. Uh, anyway, I forgot to mention I have been posting it on the YouTubes, but this is the last video we're doing for Survivor. We're ending after season 45, so just warning for that. If anyone cares about the video, sorry. But anyway, podcast is still going to go. We're going to keep going through season 50. Should I tell you who from this season is on season 50? We haven't talked about that at all. You haven't even asked. I've been like,
Oh
Daniel doesn't
yeah.
care
I
at
guess
all.
I it didn't even occur to me, but yeah, who is?
Any guesses? We have two.
Two from this season. Is D one of them?
Yes.
All right. Is it D in Austin?
No.
Is it D and hang on, I could get this.
I wasn't about to jump in or anything.
Okay.
Would you like a hint, a man or a woman or something?
Emily.
It is Emily.
Yeah, I'd like to see Emily play again. She's interesting.
Interesting. When I saw the cast for 50 and I saw Emily was on there, I didn't know how I felt about it, but I feel pretty good after watching her again this season.
No, I honestly like if you're gonna do an all-star season and you got 49 seasons to choose from and you're only picking like 20 people, I don't even see a problem with taking Emily in there.
And I think that they took 20,
Emily
like
would be
more
the
than 20
one
people.
Emily would be the one person from this season I would take
MD.
to an all-star season. No, D's great and D was a winner, but Emily is the one I feel most interested in seeing her
That's
try
where we
again.
disagree. You care about them as people, and to me, I view it as a sport where I want I want to see greatness prevail. And to me,
You don't want like every all-star season to be fucking winners at war.
I don't need that. That's not what I'm saying. But to me, D, in my opinion, at the time when they cast Survivor 50, was the best winner and the best player. And I think definitely the best player of the new era should be there.
You think she's the best player of the whole new era?
That was my opinion, yes,
huh?
of the seasons I had seen. I hadn't seen 48 at the time, I don't think. But I still probably think that way. I think D's great.
She's pretty great.
Yeah, awesome winner. And she doesn't care who she manipulates.
God,
Even
I
Austin.
know Austin, who she had like an actual blooming relationship with, and she still had that moment during the final travel where he like was trying to explain like his agency in the game, and she responded like, "Well, actually, that what I told you there was a lie."
Yeah, she
And
did tell
he had
Julie about
no
the idol.
fucking idea.
Yep.
I
Pretty
honestly
embarrassing.
think that moment was when D won.
Knockout punch. I agree.
Yeah.
Can't get back up from that. And Kane or Jake O'Kane, I'll never get over that. He was the Troyzan of the season of the final
Yeah,
three.
I felt bad for him though because I thought he did as well as he could in that final tribal. Like he had compelling arguments and
Mm-hmm.
the sort of narrative he created about himself made sense.
The four got comfortable. I had to fight every round.
Right. He's a good, honestly, like for the first time this season, I was like, oh, he is an attorney. He's really good speaker, really good arguer.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it was gonna be one of the other two.
Yeah.
Are D and Austin? Give me the update there.
Well, I gotta tell
what?
you, I couldn't find that much. I told you that D had the little run in with Wendell, where Wendell cheated on his girlfriend with D.
Oh yeah, I forgot
And
about that.
when that happened, I was like, is D still with Austin? And I kind of feel like they either didn't date after the show or didn't date very long after the show. Because
Really?
I don't think it was an instance where she cheated on Austin with Wendell. Like I don't think she's with with Austin at the time she gets with Wendell. So I kind of don't think it lasted very long if it
See,
happened at
that's
all.
why you can't do the reunion right there.
Totally.
So much of the reunion was focused on that, and ultimately it was a nothing burger.
Yep. And even
Some
though
people
she
say
did win
that.
the game and she doesn't have to lie anymore, she's still like, it was real for me, but I kind of don't buy it. I did for a bit when it was starting,
No,
but toward the end, I feel like they would have been closer.
I buy it.
You do buy it.
There's a moment where they're on the beach and he's like, "You want to go back to Kim?" And she's like, "No, let's stay on the beach." That felt really real to me. But here's the thing: Austin is sort of a loser in real life.
It
Like he's a,
was. But then he got rid of the acne, lost the weight, long hair.
but to me
Cool.
that told me something. Like when they showed those pictures of him from not that long ago, I was
He
like,
was like 10.
I was like, that's who this guy is, really. You know, like he looks
This is
good
not fair.
now.
This is not fair.
I'm telling you, I was looking at him in the audition video and I was like, see, D wouldn't date this guy.
In his audition video that
Yeah,
happened just months prior.
that's right.
Wow.
You know, he,
He got
everyone out
Survivor
there,
hot,
he got Island hot, I think. Yeah.
but she sort of liked him early on. Like by day like 6 or 7, they were kind of flirting.
They were flirting, but I don't think it became real. She even said in the final tribal, it was like day 20 or something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I do think she started to see the real benefit to it. And that line where she was like, "No, I want to stay here," that seemed like to me like she was saying the exact right thing that she should have said. She's just like, "I'm going to play this exactly how I should play
Maybe,
it."
maybe.
But I see things kind of evil, so I don't know. She could have been genuine. But so episode 11 was called "This Game Rips Your Heart Out." I noticed, by the way, the person who said the line would get voted out. Emily has the line this episode. Drew has the line the next episode. They get voted out. And I didn't catch the line of the final episode. But
What was the line of the last episode?
the last episode was called "Living the Survivor Dream."
Oh, all right. The so I thought that Austin was going to get voted out in this episode
Really?
because so much of the early part of the episode was like setting up their burgeoning relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And the episode was called "This Game Rips Your Heart Out," and I was like, "Oh shit!" I think this whole episode is gonna be about D like poning Austin.
I see what got you there. And also it was kind of leading there because Julie, when she's gonna play her idol, she's like, "Can I please vote Austin out? Please, I want to vote Austin out." But
Who'd
D,
I say was my final three?
D, Julie, and Emily.
Oh, so I
So
got
only D
that
made it.
totally wrong.
I mean, you got 3 of the final 6 or 7. It's pretty
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
But so Emily has the line here. We get back to camp after the Bruce vote, and Emily sort of takes credit for it. This kind of makes her a bigger threat. This
This
kind of
was her
leads
worst
to
move in the whole game.
she even said at the reunion, like, I wanted a little bit of cred in the game.
Yeah, she wanted to build her resume a little bit,
I hate
but
that word. That's so annoying. People
it's a thing
it's fucked up the
though.
game though. Everyone's gotta get a move, and then they get the move, and then they get fucked over. Just play how you play the right way. I don't know. That Kim Spradlin said that. Like, you don't need to make big moves, you need to make the right moves. Kim, what a genius.
Yeah,
Um, so
Survivor legend.
yep. Underrated winners at War Game. She
I
was in a
don't.
spot she could have done well, but Tony just had too many people like him, like Ben and Nick, who were like would look up to Tony. But Kim was in a good spot. Like she had Sophie and Yule and Tyson,
One
Jeremy,
World was the perfect season for Kim.
of course.
I mean, she wins that 100% of the time unless I'm there.
Right, right.
Yeah,
If you were damn it. I'm trying to think of that comedian guy's name. What was his name?
the black dude who
Yeah, I was just
Colton made fun of.
trying to pull somebody. I could do it on Colton. Jay Byers.
Yeah,
If you were Jay Byers, you would have
yeah,
got it.
Jay Bird.
If you were Jay Bird. Remember Rob Cesternino's wife had a big crush on him?
You know what's wild is that comedian guy.
What's his name?
I don't remember, but I knew it at the time, and
Out.
he was so unfunny. He was
Something
like
with a P.
really bad on that show. And but then for years after that, I would see him getting writing credits on TV shows.
Right. I think I've known about this.
Yeah.
Somebody look up his name and comment it in the comments. So Katura. Oh, we get this. This is where Robin Amba.
I'll look it up. He was voted out second. I remember that. Go
It
ahead.
has a
Oh
P in his
yeah,
name somewhere.
we got a Robin Amber.
Flashbacks. And Austin was like, I always wanted my Amba. And D was like, I always said no showmances, but who knows? And they did the same thing that Franny and Matt planned. They went, but they planned to get Cuban food, not whatever food Matt and Franny. Remember they planned to get some sort of food. What kind of
Yeah,
food was that?
Bill Posley, by the way.
Bill Posley.
All right.
Yeah. Jeez. Anyway, so
What were we talking
Katura,
about? Oh,
I don't know.
Franny and Matt, right? They
What
wanted
what food?
Ethiopian food.
Great job, great job.
Mhm.
Katura, never heard of the apple cart.
Oh
What's
yeah,
that?
that is a thing.
Yeah, of course it is. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it means though, but I've heard of it.
But you upset the apple cart. That's a thing.
Of course it's a thing. But
But
she
she
never
had
even heard
never
of the
heard it.
expression.
Yeah.
Probably because she all the years in the cult. That's when she would have heard about
that
it.
was fucking fascinating.
I told you years ago when this season aired, I said maybe we were watching that show about the cult or something. I was like, Daniel, somebody on Survivor, it was in a cult. I remember telling you about. I didn't tell you who it was or anything, but I told you somebody was in Survivor where they were in a cult for a
It
few
was
years.
legit though. It was like a religious cult. I've watched
She was going to be married
documentaries about
to the.
cults like this. Yeah, she was assigned as the dude's wife, and to her parents' credit, they pulled her out of there.
Shock to the system.
Yeah, but I mean, wild shit. Yeah, they left in the middle of the night or whatever. Like fucking, that sounded like a nightmare.
Like the Baltimore Colts.
What?
Left in the middle of the night.
Oh, what?
The Baltimore Ravens. Wait, were they the Indianapolis? What I forget what team
Is
they
this
were.
from that Barry Levinson documentary?
Yeah, they remember they
Yeah.
attacked the band
Yeah,
that
I
wouldn't
do.
die.
Mhm.
They left in the middle of the night. Anyway, that was nuts though. And now and then she said, I realized I'm black and poor and a woman and gay.
Yeah, fucking, that was amazing. Like
Yeah.
whatever reservations I had about Katura, and I always liked her, but like she was more
Love her.
over with you.
Yeah.
I that whole section.
I think I
was
poisoned
like,
her early on. I told her she was with Savaya,
that
and you
did
didn't like
bother me.
Savaya.
That did bother
I shouldn't
me.
have told you that.
Yeah, but I mean, she's a really interesting person. And you really kind of root for her.
I would prefer her over Emily on 50.
Nah.
I'm fine with Emily, but Katura is one of my favorites of the entire new era. So, and now she's a civil rights attorney. So now she does work for black people, she says. So it's just a story of redemption, not a sad story. That's cool. So a boat shows up. We draw some rocks.
That moment where fucking Julie tells her you have to be
That's
an attorney.
nuts.
That is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. And Katura is so shocked in that moment. Maybe she does. Maybe she thinks she heard her like say, I think you are one or something, but she's like, what? What did you say?
Yeah.
And she tells her again. She's like, what the heck? That's really cool. Yeah. And we get confirmation here. Julie never gave Austin that idol back. We talked last week about it, and she never did. That's crazy.
I asked about that.
Yeah, I think I that's a losing move in my opinion. If I don't like have respect for you. If you
Have
don't do
I
that.
exceeded you in Survivor knowledge?
Definitely not.
I feel that in these last couple of seasons, um,
Well, I'm not allowed to make predictions. I know what happens. I'm talking about things I've already seen before.
and still you got
Hey,
that
hey, hey.
wrong.
We'll look at the Big Brother season that we're watching simultaneously that neither of us have seen, where I'm destroying you in the draft. You have one person left. Your favorite,
fair.
Ava. But
She
you even
might
lost
win.
Kelly this week.
I know.
So I know.
Poor Kelly. Poor Kels.
Poor Kels. Poor Kels. Morgan always gets what she wants.
I'll tell you what, that Girls of Big Brother song was a bop. We'll get to it. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. True. All right. So yeah, Austin Drew says she's like Gollum holding onto the ring. Another literary reference that we praise him for later on in the season. True. You had so many great literary
That's
references.
more a fucking dork reference.
It started as a book.
My God, Drew all cleaned up at that final tribal. Boy.
What? You thought it
That
looked good?
That guy is a fucking nerd.
He just needs to put on a few lbs. He's very
He
thin,
does. He needs to put on a few
especially
lbs.
after Survivor. He probably weighs 100 pounds. I'm not even kidding.
God, this guy was like brutal looking.
Yeah, that's sad. But
It was like during the game,
oh, I gotta tell you something about Drew.
you'd see. I at one point like saw Drew talking to D. I was like, maybe D should be more into Drew. Drew's kind of
What?
got something. Yeah,
Drew?
yeah. And then cleaned up. You're like, oh, Jesus.
Skeletor looked like him. Isn't that a guy?
Yeah, but Skeletor at least like he had a cloak and he could like sword fight and shit. Like Drew,
He has his brain.
I mean, he'll get beaten up by anyone.
My mom always said, you can't beat him with these, but you can always beat him with this. Who said that?
I don't remember.
Suri.
Oh.
I think when she's voting out Eric Reichenbach. So anyway, we go to the journey. Oh,
What were you
Emily.
gonna tell me about Drew?
Drew goes on. Remember early in the season, he said, I'm the smartest guy ever. I'm not bragging, but factually.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? He goes on to play the show Jeopardy. You ever see that show?
Yeah, I've watched a lot of Jeopardy in my day.
Well, you must have stopped watching,
Well,
right?
yeah, it's not streamable. That's the problem with Jeopardy.
Is
When
that
I
true?
had cable, I DVR'd it every day. I would watch it regularly.
Mm-hmm. Now you do your crossword instead.
Yeah, I guess I
Same,
exercise my brain power that way.
same thing. So, he goes on Jeopardy and he wins like a lot. He goes on like a winning streak. He's like the new Ken Jennings.
Oh shit, he won like a bunch of times in a
Like a
row.
bunch. He was on a lot. And this is Ken Jennings hosting, and
Yeah,
Ken Jennings was like very impressed with Drew. He eventually lost, but he had a little bit of a winning streak. I don't know, like 10 in a row or something. But yeah, there was a time where Drew was just on Jeopardy for weeks and weeks and weeks and
that's
weeks.
fucking awesome.
It was really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy
So
for Drew.
yeah, shout out to Drew.
Love
Especially
Jeopardy.
because
Look, I'm so glad Ken Jennings is the
you like him.
host. He's the only guy. He's like for years, like when Trebek was getting old, I was like, if Trebek dies, they fucking better give it to Ken Jennings.
Wasn't there a guy before Jennings that was really
Yeah,
good?
though there.
Like a Jeopardy player that was really good
Oh,
though?
there's a few. There were a few, but
Like why
Ken,
him? Why is he so good?
because he's funny off the cuff and he's a super nerd. Like he just and he just felt like this is the guy. This is the
Mhm.
best Jeopardy
Young.
player ever.
He's young.
Yeah, he's relatively young. It was to me, it was the only choice. And remember, they tried to get another guy in there before Jennings, and it was like a disaster.
Yeah, I don't remember. They were trying to do Wheel of Fortune though. Did they ever land on a host for that?
Isn't it Seacrest or something?
Yes. Yes, it
Yeah.
is. Because like there was talk of Aaron Rodgers doing it when he was like going to retire from the
Oh
NFL for a
God.
second. He might have guested for a bit. So Emily's journey, there's that puzzle where it's the string and like the metal structure, and it's like you can do it or not do it. And she decides ultimately to not do it. Doesn't want to risk her vote.
Right.
Pretty good move. The problem with not doing it is when you get to camp and tell everyone you didn't do it,
No
no
one
one's gonna
believes
believe
you.
that.
Yeah.
So you sort of may as well do it. But also the problem with doing it is you might
Lose your
risk your
vote.
vote.
That's the only issue.
So I like her not doing it.
Yeah, yeah. You don't want to lose your vote this fucking late in the game.
Yeah. Yeah. She says if I lose my vote, they'll just vote me out because I'm not useful at all.
I
So,
hate the losing your vote thing. They should stop doing that.
yeah, get rid of the beware advantage.
No, just any advantage that's like has the possibility of losing votes. I feel like it happens all the time now.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it either. So that's what happens. She tells everyone the truth. D's like, I don't really believe her. Austin told us something crazy. This was stupid on his part. He gave Julie the better idol, like the idol that lasts until final five, and he has the amulet idol that lasts until final six. Why did he give Julie the better idol?
Maybe because he didn't want her to know about that about the amulet part of it.
You're right. I think that makes total sense.
Hmm.
Would she have questioned it if you
Done. Asked and answered,
Yeah.
son.
Is it a different thing? Is it not just a normal? Yeah. I mean, that is answered. But When I heard that, I was like, why give up something? I think just give her the other thing and just hope she doesn't question it. Just say, hey, this is the idol. and
Yeah,
just
he was
and then
trying
just
to
don't
avoid
answer.
that conversation.
And then just keep quiet. Don't answer any more questions. Um,
What? I found it.
yeah. Yeah. Anyway, immunity challenge. They're belted to a thing. You go through an obstacle, you throw some sandbags, uh, you get some lettered blocks, and you spell
Oh, yeah,
resourcefulness
there was so much going on in this one.
in every challenge, really.
I did
You like
like
that?
that there were like you had to do it front and back,
Front and back. And
and
Austin
Austin
fucked
didn't
up.
notice that there was a back part.
Yeah,
It
the
was
whole
it
time he
reminded
didn't
me of
realize.
was it the most recent season of the challenge? Well, now there's 41, but back in 40, I think there was like a puzzle where Johnny Bananas just like could not figure it out, and it was because of that. It was
You might be
two-sided, and
right.
he just never noticed.
How do you not notice throughout the whole challenge? Like you go the entire
Well,
time without noticing.
it was a half hour. Like they had 30 minutes to finish the puzzle part of whatever that was. And he just never noticed it.
That's even worse. I bet this puzzle lasted like 5 minutes on this one, but he doesn't notice. Drew ends up winning. I thought Drew had the worst throwing of anyone I had ever seen. Basically, it was like he was like,
Yeah, well, obviously. I mean, have you ever seen a fucking loser throw a baseball?
of course,
Yeah, of
but
course. It's sad. You feel bad for them.
you don't have to be a loser. You just I've seen Tom Cruise throw a baseball, and that doesn't look very good.
Yeah, I know, but I
Or
remember
of the
being a
world.
kid and you'd be on like a little league team and like there were some kids on there where it's like you don't know how to throw. How does
But they
that even
gotta,
happen?
but they attempt so that they learn that they don't know how to
I
throw.
know, but they always do it like this. It's like, how does your arm not know that that's not how you move to throw?
Yeah. I feel like half my life has just been watching someone do something and then emulating it. Like you just watch a professional shoot a basketball and then you go try to do it.
Right.
And then you can usually kind of do it that
It's as
way.
simple as that.
Yeah, you just watch and then repeat.
I don't know. Someone told me like it's as a kid, like about baseball, like you snap your wrist to throw it, and so
Hmm.
then it's not has nothing to do with like your elbow being pushed out like
No,
they do. No, you snap. See,
it's
this is why we need video.
shoulder, and wrist. Elbow shouldn't really be that involved. I mean, a little bit. Depends what you're doing. Anyway, so Drew wins. He decides I'm going to take Jake and Austin, another boys day
Jake
2.0.
Austin. That's the name of the kid from Two and a Half Men.
Oh shit, Jake T. Austin. Jake D. Austin. What if it was Jake D. Austin? That'd be
uh,
nuts. And then that was the final three, Jake D. Austin.
are you gonna watch that?
Charlie
Fucking
Sheen.
yeah,
Did you watch it?
yeah. Of course, the day
Didn't
it
you
came
like it?
out. Yeah, I'll watch anything about Charlie Sheen.
Isn't he sober now?
Yeah, he's still a legend though.
Of course, of course. Sure. I'll watch it. I'll watch it. So anyway, the girls, he they leave like the exact right people at camp. It's Emily, Katura, D, Julie. They don't have anything to talk about because they're all targeting each other, basically. Uh, Jake, he says, what was this about? He says, I'm tired. He used to teach theater to kids. He's tired of playing the tree in theater. And then later he's like, I was once on stage in college in my underwear, so I took off my pants to look for the idol in my underwear. This new life of Jake's theater, we just got it in the final episode, and now it's like all
Yeah,
over the place.
he was
Very
a
weird.
theater kid.
Makes sense. He seems that way a little bit. What do you think his
Yeah,
favorite movie is?
uh,
Good Will
probably
Hunting.
no, probably Wicked.
You don't think it's a Boston thing? He's so Bostony.
Patriots Day.
Patriots Day
Yeah.
or the Boondock Saints.
No, I bet
He
you he
seems
does like the
Boondock
Moondog
Saintsy.
Saints.
So Austin, the plan is to vote out Julie. So Austin tells D that that's the plan. D keeps saying this thing that I never understood the first time I watched this season. I never understood it now. And if she does it on her next season, I'll never understand it then either. She keeps saying, if I don't have my two number ones,
I was waiting. I was hoping this was what you were about to bring up. Okay. I can't fucking stand this and I can't get
what?
past it. To me, like Dee's great, but I judged her for this consistently the
Same.
entire season. She has no idea what the number one means.
Right. You can't have two number ones. That's what number one means.
Yeah. It
Austin starts doing it too, though. He like picks up on what Dee's doing and starts
I
doing
know,
it.
but not only is she doing this in like the confessionals and telling people this, but like even in like the fucking reunion or
They
whatever
were
the
my
fake
two number
reunion,
ones.
they were my two number ones, and I'm like, no one there is gonna be like, that's not a thing. You can't have two number ones. Decide who your number one is,
Yeah,
and
pick right now.
and then I'm watching Big Brother, and fucking Vince is doing the same
He
thing.
said I have two number
He
ones.
said Morgan and Lauren, my two number ones.
No, I might have put that in my notes if that happened. That is
Oh,
amazing. But this drove me crazy, and it still drives me crazy. But two number ones, whatever. So D ends
it
up
reminded me of
telling,
the Usos, right? They always say we the ones,
okay,
you the twos, and we the ones.
okay, that's D in her alliance. We the
Mm-hmm.
ones. Crazy. D tells Julie, but she says you better act better than you've ever acted before, and she sort of does. They trick everybody. We go to tribal council. Jeff, all right, he sits down, does that.
God, you really notice this season after they bring it up that
Yeah,
that's like all he
Katura
does.
clocked him so hard, and
Yeah.
everyone on the jury starts noticing and laughing too whenever he
Mm-hmm.
does it. It's crazy. Julie had a line. I don't know if you caught this or not. I feel like we all love one another.
I did. I noticed that. Yes,
Good. I had to write
and
that down.
it meant even more to me that it was Julie saying it.
Julie. And did you
Yeah,
catch? By the way, we're calling her Mama J. Keanu calls Julie Mama J.
I noticed that.
What the hell? I
Yeah.
watched these the same day, or like some of these the same day as that Big Brother. Yeah, yesterday. I guess I watched the finale, and we're Mama J is what we're calling Julie Chen.
Yeah.
Crazy. So
I
Emily,
thought I wasn't gonna see you tonight, Mama
I
J.
loved that part because
Yeah.
he was on the blog. I didn't know it was double fiction. That was
I know.
hilarious. So Emily says this game rips your heart out sometimes. That's the line of the episode or the title of the episode. We vote. Julie plays the idol. Austin sits on his idol, doesn't play it, even though he could be voted out. The votes come in. Julie, Mama J, Julie, Emily. Julie's
Mm.
vote is the only one that
And
counts.
it's just that. Yeah, only one vote.
Yep. Sad story.
That's some good shit, man. That's a D play.
Yeah, fully. She
D
let her in
played
on
the
it.
fuck out of that.
Yeah, absolutely. And even played Austin. And it's crazy. The most impressive thing is that Austin goes the rest of the way and doesn't even realize.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's bragging about it at Final Tribal Council. No, 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 she didn't do it. And then she's like, no, 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 I did do it. Uh, the Kembe Matumbo style. No, no, no.
Good job.
Episode 12, the ex-girlfriend at the wedding. There's a Drew quote. Drew goes home this episode. Goodbye
Okay.
to Drew. So D tells everyone, I didn't do it. Julie just played the idol on her own.
It
And
wasn't me.
it wasn't me. You love doing that one. That's my love goodbye to you, and you love it wasn't me. Jokes.
I do love it. Wasn't me jokes.
Drew, this is when he says Julie still being here is like the ex-girlfriend at the wedding. She shouldn't be here right now. So this is funny. Katura goes looking for the idol because Julie just played it, and Austin finds her, and she's like, "Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed.
I'm always lost.
Oh my goodness."
Yeah.
So funny. Please don't tell anyone I was embarrassed as I was. She tells him. So the reward: you jump in the water, you unclip a barrel, you use some ropes to pull the barrel, and then you do a puzzle.
It's so boring.
And if you win, you get a picnic in the middle of the ocean, and a helicopter takes you.
That's too good a reward.
Too good a reward?
I mean, it kept going
We should go
on
swim
and
with
on.
jellyfish.
You have a picnic with sandwiches, burgers,
Models,
alcohol,
strippers,
have fun. And then it's like,
hoes.
and not only that, but it's on a sand spit in the middle of the ocean. And not only that, but we're going to take you there in a helicopter. And it's like, Jesus Christ, the casts are so coddled now.
Is Jeff just trying to make it like if you get on Survivor, you can have all these fun experiences?
Kinda, I think
Why
so.
why does he seem so desperate to get people to apply though?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure people are applying.
Yeah, why it comes off really desperate. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's
Every
in
commercial
every
break.
episode now.
Not just in every episode, it's every time we throw to commercial, basically. It's like Jeff, like, wasn't that awesome what just happened last commercial, last before we went to commercial? You could do that too.
What
Join
a pitch
Survivor.
from Drew. Who's not going to apply for Survivor after that?
Yeah, we had Drew pitch at one point.
Yeah.
That's weird. So Austin wins, chooses Dean Katura. Jake is or Drew's really sad. I'm always last. I never get picked. And Julie is like, they're just here to babysit me. I know what's going on. Back at camp, Drew throws the rice lid. He's like, fuck this rice lid.
Yeah, I like that moment. A little emotion.
Yeah, I like that too. And then funny part where Julie's like, we're just gonna go look for peppers. Me and Jake. He can go with me, so you know I'm not doing anything. And then as soon as her and Jake go off, she's like, Jake, we have to go look for the idol. You know that, right? And Jake is like, yeah. So they go look for the idol. That's
Yeah.
awesome. They're both on the same page about it. So and Jake finds it. He strips in his underwear for some reason, starts looking for the idol, finds it in a raft. Well, he finds the clue first of all. It says go look in this raft, and then he finds it in there. So there you go. They bring the helicopter right over the beach. Fun part there.
That's so uninteresting how they're hiding the idols too. He even says, like, when he finds the clue, he goes, I was just looking, I decided to look where Bruce found his shit. So
Yeah.
you're just like hiding shit like in the old places where they hid it earlier in the season.
I think that's how like why Ben Driebergen was so good at finding idols. They would just hide
Yeah,
them, and like Rick Devens, they would hide them basically in the same spots. And if you
so
found one, you could keep
stupid.
finding them. Yeah,
And
well,
that's the problem with being in the same fucking location every season.
that's true too. Yeah. You think
Like
I don't think
it's
Laura
like
Lee's old.
I play hide and seek with my nieces in my parents' house, and it's like eventually there's no more hiding spots. Like we've done them all.
That's
And
fun though, indoor hide and seek.
yeah, I know it's a great game, but I'm saying, like, how come we haven't done hide and go veto? And all right, anyway,
There was a
um,
point where Lauren on the live feeds, I saw this on Twitter, where she found a good hide and go veto spot, and she was like, "I found my spot for hide and go veto," and then they never did it. Sucks for Lauren.
bullshit, yeah. But anyway, eventually you just run out of thing. Like they've done it all at this. They've used and abused this Fiji location, man. I was wondering when they were looking for peppers, like, do you think they're planning shit now? Like
No,
they're
they
putting
they,
fruit
they
out
basically
there?
own it. They could just start
Yeah,
growing whatever the hell they want. It's like their own farm. Um, that would be sad if they started growing their own plants out
I
there.
feel like they probably are.
But even if like people are probably taking all the fruit every time they play Survivor. Like is there even fruit when the next team goes out there to
They
play?
need to move locations and do it as a total surprise. So like one group of people, they think like we're going out to Fiji, and then they drop them off in fucking Antarctica.
I might die doing that. That'd be really
Good.
cool though, a winter
Yeah,
Survivor,
I've
winter
always said
climate.
that.
That'd be really awesome.
There's that one episode of fucking Australia where Colby goes on a reward and it's like he's on horseback,
Mhm.
and all of a sudden it like starts snowing.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, yeah. And it's like, that's awesome.
That is really cool. I remember when COVID started, Rob Sesternino, his thing was do like just take them somewhere in the Midwest and do like a Midwest season of Survivor.
I
Like
don't
a
love it.
You don't love it? Well,
No.
I mean, that was like when COVID started. It was like his thing to solve it so we could get a season going out.
Well,
Um,
I liked what Love Island did during COVID. They just popped him on like the roof of a skyscraper.
Love Island?
Yeah, Love Island US.
Really?
Yeah.
And that was a whole season just
It
on the
was a whole season. They
skyscraper.
were just on the roof of a skyscraper.
How'd they go indoors?
They like had little barracks there, and they like put a pool up there. But it was
Where'd they sleep and shower?
mean, it's there's what do you think?
I have no idea. You said they spent the whole time on a roof.
They did. But they like
But on
struck
Love Island, they have beds and showers and kitchens.
they like built stuff on the roof.
Oh, built stuff on. Okay. Sorry. So Austin and D during the reward, they're like holding hands with each other, and Katura's like, "I'm the third wheel." So that's fun. D tells the
That's
producer,
I thought like there's I'm an outpatient rehab whatever,
mm,
and sometimes you'll catch two people like they'll put on a movie or something, and you'll see two people holding hands, and you're like, oh,
"Wow,
I guess
something's going on
there
there."
something's going on there. Yeah. And that's how I felt like it must be on Survivor. Like, oh, those two, huh?
Whoa,
Yeah.
shit. Right. I feel like usually you can see it coming from a mile away, though.
I guess. Yeah, there's only a limited amount of people. They probably sleep next to each
And you're
other in the
observing
thing.
everything. You're like
Yeah.
looking at everyone, the way they look at each other, the way
Oh,
they
I'm
talk to
doing
each
that.
other.
I'm doing that in outpatient. I treat outpatient like Survivor.
Yeah. Can we
Yeah.
vote someone out around here? You're like
I would
hoping.
love to
Who would you vote out? Say
vote
it.
out this guy Dustin, who
Not Dustin.
he's just always complaining about his girlfriend. It's his ex-girlfriend now, but she punched his grandmother,
What the heck?
and yeah, and she stabbed herself and called the cops and
She
told
should.
them that he did it.
Well,
And it was
can
like
you
that
trust
was
his
like
word?
yeah, I it was an interesting story that first day he told it. And now it's like every day he's just like, I'm so sad. I feel broken inside. And it's like fucking
He should
whatever.
feel happy he got rid of her.
I know, but he's literally like, if
He
she,
wants her back.
yeah,
What? Something's wrong with him.
he's horrible. He's ex-military, and I don't know.
So he has brain damage. You're
That's why
saying
I'd vote out. But Dustin,
Dustin. All right.
yeah,
You think you could get people to rally behind that?
honestly, if you asked me like 2 weeks ago, I would have said no. But like,
It's
I think
starting to
other
drive them
people are
crazy
sick of it
too.
too. Yeah.
Wow. All right, Dustin, your days are numbered. You hear that?
Mm.
Uh, love Dustin. Love the name Dustin. You ever know any other Dustins?
No, but there's also a Dusty in the group.
Dusty.
Yeah,
I once knew a Rusty.
really.
His name was
Like,
Russell, but they called him Rusty.
I like that.
Yeah.
Did
But
he
he was in high
have?
school.
Was he a ginge?
No, he was in high school though. I feel like you should just be called Russell. You shouldn't be called Rusty when you're in high school.
Why not? Rusty's a cool name. Rusty was Brad Pitt in Ocean's 11.
So I feel like Rusty is either like a little kid or an old person.
I don't know. I sort of like the name Rusty.
Through the years of like 12 through 55, you can't be Rusty. Only before that and after that, in my opinion.
All
So
right.
D is like a producer's like, D, you seem smitten. And she is like, I am smitten. Austin's a cool guy, she calls him. So maybe she
It's
does like
not.
him. I don't know. But yeah, you say not a cool guy. And then Austin confessional. This is where we learn everything. He says, I was chubby, I had bad acne, and in real life, I would have never talked to D. But now, look at us. And then we see him like,
I think when we get back to real life, he's gonna have trouble talking to D.
that might have been the thing. That might have been
Mm-hmm.
a problem that they had. I really tried. I was like Googling stuff like D and Austin after the show. I couldn't find that much.
Hmm.
I'm assuming it didn't happen. Uh, immunity is a little ball on the end of a seesaw. It made me think of the challenges they used to where you had to like balance a dish. It used to be a big vase on the end, like with your foot,
Yeah, yeah,
and now it's a ball. Everything is a ball.
yeah. It's because Survivor realized that it's funny when Jeff says ball a
They
lot.
did realize that at a certain
Mm.
point, and he would start really like reaching for.
Yeah, to
He'd be
say
like,
goofy shit.
yeah, your balls are really spreading apart. Their
Yeah.
balls are dropping,
Yeah.
So anyway, it also made me think of the challenge. Remember when we used to balance like quarters on a
Oh
sword
yeah, yeah, that was
and
cool.
like dishes? Like we had to balance like the tiny plate and then the big
Yeah.
plate and the
Yeah, I
little
love
bowl
that.
and the
Now
big
we're
bowl.
adding a medium-sized plate.
That was so cool. I remember
Yeah.
like Amanda Kimmel competing in it. So who wins this one? D. It's D versus Austin at the end, and D wins. Oh, D like barely moved in this challenge, and then D like taunts Austin, like you suck at the challenge after the challenge. So the vote is possibly Julie, Jake. Not into that. It's between Julie and Katura.
Yeah, I just got invited for a job interview.
You got invited.
Yeah, well, I got it was something I applied for. I just got a text. It was like, "You want to interview for this job?"
Will that be today?
I don't know. Well, that's good news.
That is good news.
Yeah, it's for a shark place.
What do you do there?
It's like one of the casinos has like a big shark tank in there, and
Love
I'd be
Shark
the
Tanks.
yeah, and I'd be the guy that's like selling tickets for the sharks.
That is really cool.
Yeah,
Do you ever get
yeah.
to watch it? Maybe on your breaks, you go watch
I
the
hope
shark.
so. Yeah,
What do the sharks do?
swim around menacingly.
That would be cool. I'd go see a shark.
Yeah,
Would you ever get in a cage with a shark? Like
yeah,
cage shark
yeah. I would.
swim with the sharks? I think I would too, but I'd be terrified the entire time. And afterward, I'd be like, I can't believe I did that. So Jake's plan is pull in Julie Katura and vote out Drew. Can't tell Austin about it. Let's do a 3-3 vote. And then at tribal council, one of them are going to flip to your side. Good plan, I guess. So Drew says, I thought this sucks from Drew. Drew, I thought went out with a real whimper. What do you think?
um, yeah. I mean, he did, and it did feel like he was getting played.
Yeah, he never. Yeah, I was so unsatisfied. That'd be the word I would use for Drew. Unsatisfying.
Like the replacements.
Yeah,
They have a great song called Unsatisfied.
they do. So, but Drew, he has a confessional here where he's like, I think it's good that Julie got out Emily because I didn't have to get the blood on my hands. I think that's a really bad confessional from Drew because I don't view it that way at all. I think that he needed Emily in the game to like make it to the end. He was not going to the end with Julie and Dee still in the
It's
game.
true. Yeah, he really saw that as his alliance, but at a certain point, he's got to see that Austin is Dee's choice,
Yes,
and
it
he
comes
needs
down
to
to what Dee
break away
wants.
from that, or go to D at the very least, and say, hey, in a final three, Austin's gonna get way more votes against you than I will.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You got to do something.
Yeah, and
You
if and
can't
say
just
to,
like slide in with that fucking crew.
and you can tell her like if I get voted out, I'm voting for Austin, so that's another vote for Austin. You can sort of threaten her a little bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, his ideal move was keep Emily in the game, but I hated him viewing it like good thing Emily's voted out. I didn't think that was good at all, but
No.
and bad from him admitting that. But this was funny from Drew. He says the great duos, JT and Steven, Gervais and Tyson.
I couldn't believe that. Yeah. It took me a minute to realize who he meant.
Same.
I was like, who did Tyson? Who was he a duo with? And then I was like, oh
Gervais.
right, Jervis.
Gervais.
Gervais.
It made me think if Borneo happened a few years later, we could have had the Ricky Gervais alliance, Richard Hatch and Gervais, but they
I
didn't
love
know
it.
Ricky Gervais wasn't really a thing at that time.
That's
I looked it
true.
up.
No, The Office comes on in like 2001.
Oh one, that's
Yeah.
right. So, but we might not have known. We're in America. We might not have known that anyway. But I thought that was hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing about that.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like Office didn't become a thing here until the second season came out.
Okay. Oh two.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
Um, I mean, even then, you'd have to be a hardcore fan, like
Yeah,
in
no,
the know about TV.
no, but like, yeah. That's when like TV nerds were really picking up on it and shit.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like
Mhm.
maybe they wouldn't know. Richard Hatch, maybe you know. Tribal Council. All right, Jeff says as he sits down, and the jury erupts in laughter. They love that part. Drew compares the game. Another analogy from Drew. He says it's like limbo, and Julie's bar is the lowest. She's having to peek through it. Can I see any alliances any way forward in the game? And everyone loves this again. We get Kelly on the jury. She says that was a good one. We see Jeff says beautiful analogy. And
No.
then Jeff, he asks Austin, he says, Austin, what do you make of Drew's analogy? We just stretch it out even more. And then Austin ends up saying, 100%. Another solid analogy from Drew. Why are we hyping these analogies up so much?
I don't know.
This
You're
is
right.
insane. 5 compliments within 1 minute. We vote Austin plays the amulet idol for himself. Votes come in. Julie, Drew. Goodbye to. All right, sorry. And we're not going back to camp. We're going to start over at a new beach. And Julie looked terrified. She looked like she forgot about that. She was like, oh,
Yeah.
shit. Living the Survivor Dream is episode 13. I forgot who said that. We'll say D because she ended up living the Survivor Dream. Austin says my two number ones. Now I'm down to one number one. Austin's doing it too. So D and Austin go talk. D said something that I clocked because it seemed that she says, "Are we still homies?"
Guess what? You vote? Didn't Austin vote for Drew?
No. Austin and Drew voted together. Everyone else voted against Drew.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, Drew is his number 2.
Yeah. But he had two number ones.
Why are we doing this? Like,
I
is
don't
it
know.
so when they watch the show, they're like, "See, I was his number 1." Like,
I don't know. It's insane. I don't get it. But Dee told she asked Drew, Austin something. She said, "Are we still homies?" Homies to me is friend zone. She said, "Are we still homies?"
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
And then so Katura, she said, "It sucks we're here with a showmance." We use showmance a lot on Survivor. Did you know that was a Dr. Will thing? Dr. Will created that.
He created that.
He's the first one that ever said it, to my knowledge.
It's amazing.
Him and
Wow.
Shannon. He's like, "We're not a romance. This is a showmance." He said.
Everyone's favorite Big Brother season.
Turns out,
Yeah.
fucking
Lance
crazy.
Bass, James
Julie?
Gunn. Yeah.
Julie herself said
I
it?
know.
It's amazing. You?
Yeah. It's up there.
Uh, it is up there. Dr. Will, probably. So Katura, yeah, she's like, it sucks being here with a showmance. Advantage time. There's a thing in the beach with numbers, and you can pull it, but you need the combination. We have crabs, coconuts, and bamboo. You have to count them all up and figure out the combination. I don't know how they knew what order the combination would go in. Was that luck?
They don't. It's luck. Yeah,
That's
they've done
crazy.
this before on Survivor. It drives me nuts.
I hate that.
Mhm.
Jake, I thought Jake fucked up. Jake should have done something. He's left alone with the coconuts. You know what you got to do? Throw a damn coconut into the forest.
Yeah.
Then you're short a coconut. Everyone's miscounting the coconuts. No one else can get it right.
It's honestly brilliant. Yeah.
But can he, is my question. Like, producers there filming him, is that breaking the rules?
It might be the same way they were like, "Hey, if you break this challenge, you're out."
That was crazy.
Yeah.
But that was entirely his fault too. Like, what are you
I
thinking?
know.
But I
He was
noticed that
so angry. I like that he has like a little temper though.
yeah, and he lets it out there.
Yeah.
But I thought to do that with the coconuts because the crabs were in a cage. You can't throw a crab, but the coconuts were just out there on a display. You could just pick one up and toss one. They would never know. But anyway, he ends up winning with his crazy strategy of JT, Denise, Gabler.
I That was fascinating. First, it was already fascinating, and then they showed like someone was like, "So what were the numbers?"
JT,
And he was JT Denise Gabler, and then he was like, "Excuse me, yeah, 18,
Like-
25, 43."
That brought it all together. You're totally right. Because when
Mhm.
he's describing it, you could just be like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah,
And then he actually does it, and you're like, "What? That's real?"
Mhm.
It's awesome and totally insane. But I think something I would have done at a certain point. Like
same.
yeah, like I used to do that. Like I used to see a number and be like, "Oh, Tyson, 27." Hell yeah, it was weird. But
Yeah, back when there were like only like 32, 33 seasons, I would do that.
yeah, totally. So immunity / reward. You dig up a machete, chop some sandbags, you shoot the sandbags, it releases a number, and then you climb a tower and do a 3-tier puzzle. All right. And Jake's advantage is that 2 of the baskets are already sunk for him. I would hate this
Right.
advantage. That'd be the thing I could do in like 3 seconds. And they're like, 2 of them are already sunk for you.
It felt like a good advantage to me though, and then he fucked it up like
Oh, yeah.
instantly.
He forgot something down below. And also, Jeff had to remind him this thing on the side of the table. You weren't looking at it the entire time.
Yeah.
That sucked for him. So Austin wins. He takes Jake on the reward. Jake on the reward tells Austin he has an idol. What are you doing? Why would you do that, Jake? But this was like Katura. That whenever you get to the sanctuary where good things happen, that's where you spill your guts. Because Katura last week was like, Bruce still has the idol. He's gonna try to play a thing where he tells you guys that Kelly went out with his idol. Everyone tells they do stuff they shouldn't do there. Anyway, so we get back to camp. Katura wants to vote out D. She tells Julie, but Julie's like, no, we can just get D and vote out Jake. That's much safer. And then Jake comes up, tells Katura, I have an idol. Let's vote out D. And she makes him swear on Nana.
Yeah. I'll swear on anything. What do you want me to swear on?
Choose anything.
Nana.
She should have said the Celtics.
The Celtics.
He's wearing a Boston shirt.
Mm-hmm.
But crazy. This is so sad.
He swear on parquet floors.
On what?
Parquet floors.
Parquet floors?
Yeah.
What's parquet floors?
That's the that's that weird type of court that the Celtics play on.
What's that first word? Parquet?
Parquet. Parquet. I guarantee you search that word. It's like the way the wood is laid in or something.
Flooring composed of wooden blocks arranged in a geometric pattern.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. I swear on the Boston Garden. So he swears on Nana, but Katura doesn't.
I'm sorry. I just there's a band Parquet Courts.
Okay.
And so when I searched it up, they came up. And I happened to notice that the name of the lead singer in that band is Andrew Savage.
Andrew Savage?
Yeah, isn't that wild?
Amazing. Yeah, that is incredible.
It's a good band. All right, go ahead.
I always liked Andrew Savage.
Me too.
Seems like he really loves his family.
Yeah, I know.
He's always posting like, my daughter graduated college. Shout out to her.
He's a sweet guy.
He is a sweet guy. Wouldn't seem like it. Looks like he'd be a mean guy, but he's actually a real nice guy. Maybe not a mean guy, but like I don't know what I'm saying. So Katura, she doesn't believe that Jake's going to vote with her, so she flips her vote to vote out Julie. If she stuck with the plan,
I swore on Nana. What?
Yeah, she should have listened to him. Honestly, it sucks for her that she didn't. But they would have taken out D here. This is the spot where D would have been voted out, but Katura didn't trust Jake. She really gets lucky here. But hey, you got to get lucky to win Survivor. So Jake plays his idol. You want to hear my Tony impression? Can you validate this with me?
That's honestly, and as someone who hates when people do impressions on reality shows, it was a pretty decent moment.
Pretty decent moment.
Yeah.
He should have done the Tony impression. You're a sellout, bro. Remember when he said that to Boston Rob on the Traders?
Yeah.
You're a sellout, bro.
He should have done he should have done De Niro face like that one loser.
Danny. Yeah. Wait, I told my friends I would do De Niro face. So the votes come in after Jake plays his idol. Katura. He plays it for Katura, by the way. Katura. Yeah. Jake goes, yes.
And then it's Jake.
Oh, shit. He's so real. I do appreciate that about Jake. D. Julie. Crazy. Katura, Jake, D, Julie all get votes at the final. What are we at? Final 6? That's crazy. Final 5? That's crazy. So Julie tells Katura, you should go to law school. Katura's like, what the heck? We go back to camp. Katura says, she basically tells Jake, like, hey, I would have voted with you, but if you had given me the idol. That's another thing. Like another misplay by Jake. Jake should have told her, I'm giving you the idol tonight. You're going to be safe. Trust me. I want you to vote with me. That is a way better play. Jake should have done that.
Hey, let's speed up. I only have till like 8:15.
Oh, shit.
It's 7:07 now, and we still have to do all that Big Brother shit.
Okay. All right.
So, sorry.
So immunity challenge. You got to pick up the bowls. D wins. Really never fucked up at all. She's really amazing at these challenges. And then Jake breaks the challenge. He decides.
No. D was flawless. Now this is a challenge that used to be that they'd go through a little maze. It would be on the end of a stick, and you go through a little maze and then pop it on top.
Yep.
Right. And
this is fun, though. High steps.
No, I don't think one's much better than the other, but yeah, it's an interesting variation on that.
And D was so short, she could barely reach the top part. Like if she was a little bit shorter, what would you do? Like if
No, no, they let them stand on a thing.
oh, did they? I was
Yeah.
thinking like what if Marianne was here? Like Marianne was tiny or
Yeah.
Erica,
I
one of
think they
those.
gave him like a step stool kind of a situation.
Okay, good.
Mm.
Um, but shout out to D. She wins. Great job by her. Her third immunity win. Jake requests to go in fire. D does not want to send Austin in because Austin that'll give Austin another move.
I
Another
liked
thing,
that from Jake, by the way.
yeah,
It was like both of them had it right because D said, like, look, I've done everything I need to do. I don't need to make fire, you know? And Jake says, well, I haven't done everything I need to do. Maybe I should make fire. I thought it was the smart move from both of them, but this again was proof that nobody at the end gives a fuck about fire.
right. Well, they pick and choose when they want to care about the fire.
They
But
only care about it when you don't do it.
do you think if Austin makes fire that he has a leg up on D?
No,
Like he has a better chance?
no, I honestly think the fire shit is useless. It's
Yeah.
completely pointless.
When Chris Underwood did it, it was cool. He came back, won the challenge, then put himself in fire, won the fire, and it was like he needed to do that to win the game. That was like his only move.
I
And then
still think
after that,
it's an embarrassment that Chris Underwood is a Survivor winner.
oh, totally, it should have been of those three, I guess who Gavin, I don't know. But of that season, what should have happened is Victoria was gonna win, and then Chris Underwood came in the game
Mm-hmm.
and was like, I have all the knowledge of the jury. I know
Yep.
Victoria is about to win the game. Let's vote out Victoria. And that's why Victoria loses. And that's why
Yeah.
Victoria should be on Survivor 50 instead of
She should
whoever.
be on.
That sucks.
Plus, she's so hot.
Yeah, one of my faves. Uh, and I love this from D too. She likes Austin, but she doesn't want Austin to do fire. Like she's taking the game so seriously that she doesn't even care. She's like, I'm gonna block you out and just make it where you can't do fire. Um, so it's D versus Katurah. We go to tribal council, and Jake versus Katurah. I'm sorry, and Jake beats Katurah, and she tells everyone she's a lawyer. That's a nice moment.
Yeah.
I actually am a lawyer. So anyway, they eat breakfast. We go to final tribal council. We learn Austin was an alternate. D wants to retire her parents. D says, I love this. This is a good move from D. Honestly, great move from D. Everyone should do this. It's about to win Survivor. Say, I'm really lucky that I was put on the tribe that I was put on.
Yeah.
Because then everyone on the jury is like, yep, if only I was put on that tribe.
Right. I
God
would.
damn
You're
it.
totally right. That is such a good move.
Such a good job from D there.
Oh, but I forgot to mention I hated Jeff when she won the final challenge, and Jeff was like, "Hey, remember when you talked about the American Dream earlier in the season? Can you do that again?"
Yeah, embarrassing.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. So Austin here, funny part, he said, Emily sort of owns him here. Austin says, I never had to use my idol to save myself. And Emily says, true, but what about when you had the idol and then Julie used your own idol to take out your best friend? Wasn't that kind of bad for you? And Austin's like, yeah, I guess. But also, D never told Julie to play her idol. And then that's when it comes out. D's like, actually, I did tell him. That
Yeah.
whole answer, all of that is so bad for
It was
Austin.
no, it was great. Like D owned that shit.
Yeah, she claimed her victory.
Mm-hmm.
And so we vote. Wait, what happened? Oh, okay.
It
Oh,
was a good tribal count, final tribal. Like everyone was a little too nice and lovey dovey with each other,
that's
but
the
that,
arrow
that
one.
was the kind of season it was too. And the questions were at least good. And I appreciated things like at one point Emily was like, "Can I push back on that a little bit?" and like forced him to like give a better version of that answer. And
Mm.
it was good.
Next season, they're even nicer to each other, I think.
Ugh, I'm sick of it.
I know. I was thinking about I remember liking next season, and then I thought about the cast, and I was like, there are some people that I would not a fan of.
Oh, you know what I liked? I liked when Caleb went to vote for in the final tribal and he said, Jay.
Yeah, callback to his previous moment.
Yeah.
And a shout out to Jay Maya. So the votes come in. D
One of my
Austin.
favorite musicians.
Same.
Mhm.
We got a copyright strike when I put the video on YouTube last week
Is that true?
from
Come
Jay
on.
Maya.
She's like did she like her people did that?
I think it's like sort of an automatic thing when you just have too much of a song that's out there
But
popular.
she's a fleggling artist.
But
We're giving
it let us upload it. Sometimes it's like you can't upload this, but it was like it's copyrighted, but you can still upload it and people can
okay.
still watch it. So they didn't care that much. D Austin, D Austin, D Austin, D 5-3 victory. Very close vote. And Jake says he thought he was gonna have to make the tying decision who was gonna win. So we do the after show. Nothing much happened. Dee can retire her family. Emily and Bruce, another thing about that from day one. Drew, we shout out all of his literary references. By the way, he's the one that said the sword of Damocles. Did we? I don't think we knew that at the time, but I
Yeah,
caught
good
it here.
call.
We probably assumed it was him. It seems like him. Uh, Julie's a lawyer. Also, another moment where Jeff's like, Katura, let's talk about that challenge where you wanted to give up. And Katura, you could tell, was so annoyed. She's like, I know what you're talking about, Jeff. I know the challenge. I remember the moment. She's annoyed. And then Drew is like, people, you should apply for Survivor. It's fun. Look at all the experience we just had. And then we see this like, 46 cast. Anybody there jump out to you? It was all just their application video.
Yeah, honestly, no.
We
Like
didn't even see
not
them on the
even a little
island.
bit. Yeah. So
It's bullshit.
it's whatever.
Yeah, we saw like one
No.
guy open his buff.
A
Like, hey,
buff! Wow!
that was like mini jam jam.
Yeah.
So, oh, Dan, I wrote something down. I forgot to tell you. So, D, after the season, was in a commercial for a movie coming out. She was like, "You got to watch this movie that's coming
What?
out." It was so
You
weird.
mean like when they interview people like after a screening and it's like, oh shit was good.
No, it was like D in a commercial. D, I forget what it was. She's like walking on her phone, like through a city. I'll tell you the movie. It was A Quiet Place Day One,
What?
the newest A Quiet Place with the
Okay.
cat and Lupita
Yeah.
Nyong'o, and she's like walking through town with her phone, doing something on her phone. She's like, "You have to avoid the aliens or something, and go see A Quiet Place Day One." Or so, I don't even remember. My mind, I couldn't even process what was happening in the moment. But I remember it happening, and I was like, "This is the craziest shit that I've ever seen." But yeah, D was in Quiet Place commercials for some reason. I don't know.
All right.
Shout out to D.
Weird.
Very weird. Uh, that's it. That's Survivor 45. Is this your favorite season of the new era?
I think I preferred 44.
Okay, because I feel like they have been going up a
Yeah,
little
no, no,
bit.
no. But those are definitely the two best. Like if I had to rank them, it's probably 44, 45, 43, 42, 41.
Oh wow, who was in 43?
That was the one with
Gabler.
Gabler, yeah.
Okay, I would go 45, 41, 44, 42, 43.
41. 41 was unwatchable.
Xander. Anyway, so that's it. Anything else, Daniel? D is a great winner. Shout out to D. She's gonna be on 50. Can't wait to see her play again.
Yeah, looking forward to Emily as well. And
Yep.
it was a fun season. And you know,
Jeff was pretty bad.
no, the show itself is horrible now. It's an awful show.
How'd you feel about
But
hour and a half? I feel like we got to know these characters way more than we have other seasons.
yeah, uh
Jake, Katura, D, Austin, Julie, Drew.
that wasn't always an appealing prospect, but it
You like
was at
character stuff?
times. Yeah, no. It did leave more time for like less game mechanics. I mean, it was the same amount of game mechanics, but other shit.
We would add
And
more shit. Yeah.
yeah, so
More journeys and more advantages.
right. So I'm overall pro on that.
All right.
And I'll take notes on 46 next week, baby.
The first episode. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
All right. That's it. Well, how do we end this?
Mm,
Because I forgot.
all right.